continue because of the model that you have.
Yes.
An SME, like for example, if Nikia has a problem with branding, he just needs to walk in and ask, hi, I'm looking for the branding department here, or this, I've got whatever.
Yes.
And little no problem, go and see this.
Go see this guy. Nini,
So okay, so let me ask just some layman questions and I'll let you continue. So these guys do when let's say I enter and I want branding, and do I pay at the reception or do I go and pay that person?
Yeah. So what happens is, as an entrepreneur, you walk into the Sandbox. So there's one reception, and you find one receptionist or two representing everyone here.
Yeah.
So there are three scenarios. Either you know what you want, so you come and say, I'm looking for legal because I have some legal work that I need done. Or I'm looking for brand, or I'm looking for HR. If you come saying, I'm looking for X, then you're immediately led to the person who does that.
Okay.
So, they'll take you to the whatever person. You'll sit with them. They will probably take you through some diagnosis to see, is it really HR that you need, or is there something else that you need before we do this HR? And there have been occasions where the consultant says, no, you don't need sales training now. What you need first is recruitment of proper salespeople. So let me take you to the HR. She'll help you recruit. Then we come back and talk about sales training for those people. So that happens.
Okay, stop right there. That already is huge, because it means you need are people who are united by vision.
Yes.
Because this guy can be like, everyone always coming to me. I have no tunes right now. Let me just get these tunes of this guy. But you're saying guys are now like, no, they still hold the DNA of the Sandbox. Which
and that's the village formula. Like, let the customer get the right thing that they need at that point in time. There'll always be opportunity for them to come back and consume this other thing. But you see, also getting referrals from all these other people. So at any given time, there's a lot of work flowing towards you from the community. So there's an entire, in fact, our Sandbox Foundation now is called Sandbox Ubuntu, because that spirit of Ubuntu, of I am because we are, is this everything is that we are trying.
We had the formula.
Exactly. Then that's why we're like, why did we take the village out of business? Like, why do we do things
that one has even
separately?
Some slight tears into my eyes.
If you look at consulting firms, you'll find there's a HR person in one place, there's a finance person in one place, and so as a customer, if I go to the HR, they don't know what I discussed with the finance person. So they'll prescribe, but in complete blindness to what the finance person said. So sometimes you find that the HR person comes and says, we need to do a training program. And then they roll it out and everything, and you put a budget and you start to spend on it. Then you go to the accountant, and the accountant says, you need to cut costs. What can we cut? They look at the training program, they cut, because for the accountant, that's not necessary. But at Sandbox, you'd have the accountant and the HR stand together and they have a conversation around what's really, really important for this business. So now the accountant will get to understand this training is important because of X, Y, Z. So the accountant now will say, okay, I understand. So he'll go and build the training into his accounting model, but then push the person to say, okay, if we are to achieve profitability with this training on top, then we need to increase your targets. So that collaboration completely changes the kind of solution that the customer would end up getting. Can give an example. There's someone who came the other day, they were looking to get like a full rebrand. And so it's somebody who's actually from Ethiopia, and they built this brand where they have leather products, they have the leather products from Ethiopia, bags, shoes, etc. They have a travel company alongside, and they have coffee that they sell. So they came, sat with the brand guys. The brand guys sat, looked, created a brand story, and then created like a coherent brand around all this. But then they were like, something is not working out. So they came and they pulled me into a meeting together with her, and we sat and we brainstormed, and we're like, this thing, what if we build a coffee shop that has a travel agency and you can buy the leather products and everything, so get to experience Ethiopia in another country all in once, whatever. And so we ended up fixing the business model that she didn't even expect and building a coherent business story around that. And then we're like, if we do this, we can have this as a de facto Ethiopian embassy in different places for come experience Ethiopia, drink coffee, buy products, book a trip to Ethiopia, and it all works under one whatever. So we end up coming up with superior solutions.
That's crazy.
For customers. Like, customers end up getting a much bigger bargain than they ever looked for, because you have different brains. And it's not that we even commercialize everything. Like, we take pride and joy in taking brands and seeing how we can build like an amazing business concept out of it, and then we help them to start to create that and just grow it pole pole.
Okay.
So there are a lot of people who come with disparate ideas, and we just find, so the brand guys will come, the strategy guys, these guys have a bit of a brainstorm and decide, these guys, what we could do for them is this. And then once we've created that, then one of the people starts working with them.
So, okay, you said one of them was that guy, the three different scenarios in which you can work in. So you come and ask directly for
for what it is that you need. The second one is that you don't know. So you'll be put with a general business coach who will help you diagnose and then probably tell you for where you are. You're in ICU, you need this compliance issue sorted out, go talk to the tax guy. Or you need this issue sorted out, go talk to HR.
Do you have a tax guy in there?
We have a tax guy, we have an auditor, we have organizations.
Oh, you're saying you have to go talk to the tax guy, you mean within the space?
Yeah, within the space. We are talking to the expert in the space.
That's crazy.
So they help you deal with a hot issue of the moment, and then you come back and now they start now a journey of, okay, if we are now to grow, you're out of trouble. If you have to grow the business, what other things do we need to look at? Let's look at strategy. Let's look at your marketing strategy. Let's look at your brand. Let's look at... So you start a journey through the different experts that now help you clean up each and every area of your business one by one.
What's the third guy? So there's the first guy, I know who I want. The second guy who is I don't know what I want.
I don't want. The third guy is somebody who was already being served by one of the experts. So they walk in and they're like, I've come to see person X who has been serving me and whatever. But then they're seeing this whole place, all these things happening. So by the time they get to person X, they're like, what's this place? Oh, this is a Sandbox. You can get this, that. Oh, all those other services. I actually need this other service.
Yes.
So the space, the previous clients they have end up learning about the Sandbox when they come to visit them. So the traffic that comes in ends up buying into the Sandbox brand and realizing that there's all sorts of other things. Okay. So as a result, the marketing effect of the Sandbox is just amazing.
I still have like a million other questions. Then question number 2 is, let's say I offer a service that I'm the best at. Let's say I am a videographer. As we offer video production services for whatever it is, for not for whatever it is, for entrepreneurs. Can I come to you and say, I want to join the Sandbox?
So the concept of a Sandbox is we have non-competing consultants. So we'll never have two of the same profession.
That's beautiful.
So that if you're by yourself, if you're the videographers by yourself, you don't have another video company competing with you internally. So we make sure that your expertise is protected within the Sandbox, so that you're free first to refer your clients to somebody else, because you're not losing them. You're literally actually getting them sorted out better by the other experts. So when they come back to you, they're an even bigger customer, and they can pay more.
Prevents the competition prevents that thing that I was saying about just taking money for the sake of it.
Yes, for the sake of it. So because you're in this group of people that's always looking out for you, so the lack of having someone else. So we've realized that we can build that community of non-competing experts and build it into a cohesive community. So anytime somebody comes and says, I don't see my profession there, can I join? We actually go back and analyze, ask the people who may be in a related area. And then if everyone is like, yeah, cool, that doesn't actually compete with us, then, we admit usually the first person who whatever. But sometimes we also come across and see there's a certain area that's missing, or in this particular area, we need to split these two so that this one is more effective. And this guy is already swamped anyway, so he can't do both. So then we look for somebody who will whatever. So as a result, we've grown from 19 professional service areas to 33 now.
What? Okay.
So we have 33 different consultancies,
within
companies within the space.
That's like what do you call this thing? A stall. It's like a stall the stall doesn't look like this picture now. No. So okay. Again, my questions ni galore. So as the person who, do I pay rent to you or what? Okay, now how does it work?
So that was a model, and for it to be sustainable, all these consultants were in an office somewhere, house converted to office, or in a co-working space somewhere or whatever. So they were already paying rent somewhere. That was, before COVID, the work from home thing was not so big. So all our consultants were literally in an office somewhere else. So them moving from where they were to come to the Sandbox, in many cases was actually a saving. Because we charge like co-working rates, so that whatever they pay monthly caters for their desk, it caters for coffee, for meetings, for they can invite their clients, and everything is catered. Internet, everything is catered for there. So how it looks is a co-working space, which is what confuses a lot of people, because they come and then they think we are open to the public. We are not open to the public. We are very select people that we bring on board. We've extended some space upstairs, and for that we want to test a little bit with our entrepreneur customers whether they'll want to consume that space outside of their office.
So like
and they want to run away from their office.
Co-working space for
entrepreneurs, but they need to be part of a larger community.
Yes.
In fact,
maybe customers of
customers of the Sandbox experts, so that they are within a trusted network, and there are people we already know. So we are making them part of a community, and the more they interact with us, the more they learn about the different services on offer. They can interact with the experts and get free advice or learn more about different things. So the core of the community is the experts, and then the larger community is the customers of the experts.
I get it.
Who are mostly entrepreneurs, some are larger companies. But yeah, there's a time I had them send for me like the number of customers they all have on their databases that are active. And we ended up at about 1,700 businesses that we are serving.
What?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. 1,700 different SMEs. That's crazy. Or businesses. Let me even put it like
businesses. Some are larger, medium-sized, or tending towards the larger side.
So, from Sandbox, what's your revenue model? How do you? I'm hearing rent is one.
So the rent they pay is one. Because of having all these consultants under one roof, corporates also come to us when they need a project done, and they need different skill sets in that project. So we will assemble them. We'll do the proposal as Sandbox. We will cost what these experts will do for the corporate. We'll have our project management fee, which then goes towards our kitty for running Sandbox. We have training rooms, we have meeting rooms, we have event space. Our experts get it at a very subsidized rate, because it's really for delivering there, whatever, and that's just to control and make sure people are using it for commercial reasons. But beyond that, they can bring their customers there. Instead of doing a consulting assignment in a hotel, somewhere else that may be out of reach for the SME, they just come to the Sandbox, book a room for 6, and most SMEs are small anyway. So that room is big enough for them. They'll do it there. They'll order for food from outside, to the liking of their budget. They'll do it there and go. So it also aids in the delivery of that. We also have coaching spaces where you can sit and do the coaching there. So the Sandbox is designed for these experts to deliver their services. For the smaller SMEs, it happens at the Sandbox. For the larger ones, now they can do it in hotels or in-house.
Wow.
So it's really literally everything under one roof. Because one of the problems we all had as consultants before was that because we didn't have space to do the training and whatever it is, we always had to be booking a hotel. And for booking hotels, you have to have a minimum number of people, pay in advance and all sorts of things. But now we have all that space in-house. So you can even just experiment with even 5 people. If 5 people show up, it's okay. Because it's a Sandbox space.
Okay, still got a whole lot of questions.
It usually, but it takes a while for people to understand.
I know,
so I said there's rent, the co-working fee they pay.
There's the different spaces that you get.
Yeah, there's a different spaces. There's a corporate project management fees that we make. We run events. We do a huge SME event called the Big Baraza. We did the first one last year, had up to 500 attendants, SMEs.
Within the same space?
It was virtual last year because of COVID. This year we want to do it physically and bring them now, whatever. And we noticed that we managed to curate a very SME-centric conversation. So we had regulators in the space, and they would come and talk about what they are doing to support SMEs. We would have corporates come talk about what they're doing to support SMEs in their value chain. Then would have SMEs come tell their stories about how they've overcome different things.
That's crazy.
So we've built this whole whatever, and we get a lot of partners and sponsors for that. So that's another revenue stream. We have about maybe 14 revenue streams, different.
Let me ask you if this is one of them. I want to see. Let's say I'm like starting up a business. I want from the get-go, all I have is an idea in my head.
Yes.
So I want from the get-go to plug into a place that that I come, I say, here is my 3 million or my 100,000 or my whatever amount of money.
Yeah.
And for a month, I get whatever services that I want.
Yes, you'll help someone help you think through your business model, whether it's viable or not. If it's viable, what direction should you go in? What are the things to prioritize to start building? So we have a startup program called ROAD, and we have, so last year we spent a lot of time developing products for startups. And later on, we are going to be developing products for the later stages. So we said, let's start with startups because that was the underserved space. So we identified 4 types of startups.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have the organic startups, which is, you know, your guy who's finished maybe high school or uni and goes straight into entrepreneurship. So no corporate experience, nothing. So we have a program for him, and it's actually priced much lower than anything else because we call them organic. We know what their cash flows are like. So you'll pay for workshops, you'll have a do-it-yourself model on a canvas or something, and, you know, think through how to make your business more robust. Second one is professional startups. Professional startups are people who've had a lot of work experience and then quit to start a business or start a business towards the tail end of the whatever. So these ones,
their side hustle now becomes
it's a side hustle that, you know, they're looking to make their main hustle. So they come into a program, some of them run on Saturdays so that they can continue their job as they're figuring out. Same thing, it helps think through viability, how big the market is, pricing models, you know, how you're going to go about building your business model, how to plan so that you can transition by the time you start running your business, it's making enough money to sustain you so that your lifestyle doesn't change too much. And also for that package you get, don't put it in the business. Our investment readiness, our personal finance and investment expert at the Sandbox helps you figure out where to put that money in terms of investment so that it's generating a return so that your business is not the one sustaining you. Because a lot of people get those millions in terms of a retirement package, put it into an equipment or something that's not going to work, and it ends up, you know, getting wasted, and then they go back to scratch and life becomes difficult. So we are like, let the personal finance people help you put it somewhere. You'll buy bonds or whatever it is, you'll have a certain return. Now come, let's focus on the business without the distraction of thinking that that money is going to help you, because it's not going to help you. So we prevent you from making those mistakes. Then we look into the merit of your business from a pure perspective of, is this going to work? So we have lots of tools and metrics to help you do that. Things we've created, by the way.
Who is the third group of people?
Third group is capitalized startups. There are people who are lucky to start with capital.
They have chums,
whether it's a rich uncle or they've raised money from Yale or Harvard or wherever, and they are able
does that
to
capital
run.
range for you? Is there an amount that you don't consider capital?
No.
If I come with 10 G's, I say I've got 10 G's to start my business.
You're talking like, maybe they've raised $300,000 or $100,000.
Oh, so it's that kind of thing.
Something.
So on the low end,
people who start.
No, but on the low end, we're talking.
No, we can. I don't think like we have whatever.
Okay,
you started out with capital, so you have some money. Because some people win a grant or something.
I get.
I
get.
They start out with money, so we have a program for those ones. Because the issues are different from the other.
Of course,
as well. Then the last one is international startups, foreigners who come and start a business here. So we have everything to help them localize, understand the local environment. So those are
well
4 categories.
This is well thought out.
Structured program. So we are going to roll out a marketing campaign around those very soon. There's pricing around it. There's stuff that you do in cohorts, others that you do as individuals or through coaching. You'd pay 5, 10, 15K for a program as an organic startup, for example, over a period of 3 months.
What?
And you'll be in a cohort, And
you have access to this different... So
you'll start with a central startup coach, and then now as you need the others that come down
the line, those will be other
registration, you'll get that probably at 20 or something K. That's probably the most friendly pricing you'll get at that level. If you need a brand done, there's a pricing for just getting your logo and maybe your business card out. We've really broken down the services so that whatever it is that you need while you're that startup, and depending on what you can afford, you can access that service so that it will help you move to the next level. It may not sort out all your issues. It's not an overkill. If you need an accountant, there's someone who can help you start doing your books for whatever amount.
Is this information all...
Sadly, no.
So currently the information is you come to the venue.
You're able to get that.
Okay. Which let's change some batteries. We can continue this conversation.